Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UMBC's Graduate School Commencement. The ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. First, a few housekeeping notes. Please take a moment to note the emergency exits located throughout the building, paying particular attention to the ones nearest you in case of an emergency. Also, emergency medical services are located on the concourse behind section 101. Please contact a UMBC volunteer if you require their services. Parents, for safety reasons, please do not allow children to climb on the railings. During the ceremony, please do not leave your seats to take photographs or videos. Aisles must remain clear at all times, and guests are not allowed on the main floor. Finally, out of courtesy to our graduates and guests, we ask that you please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices and remain in the event center until the end of the ceremony. Now, please turn your attention to the far end of the event center floor where the commencement procession will enter. The Graduate School is led by the Graduate School Marshal, Dr. Jeffrey Halverson, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, and Mr. Anton Taylor, who is a UMBC alumnus with both a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in psychology, and is now graduating with his Ph.D. in psychology. He is carrying the Graduate School banner. The procession of graduate students is led by the Students' Marshal, Dr. Mark Zupan, the 2017 recipient of the Presidential Teaching Professor Award and Associate Professor and Graduate Program Director in Mechanical Engineering. The faculty and staff procession is led by the Faculty Marshal, Dr. James Franson, the 2018 Presidential Research Professor and Professor of Physics. He is joined by Staff Marshal Mr. Joseph Kirby, the 2018 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Professional Staff and Assistant Vice President of Information Technology, and Ms. Tamara Brown, the 2018 recipient of the Presidential Distinguished Staff Award for Non-Exempt Staff and Executive Administrative Assistant for the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. The faculty, staff, and students marshals are carrying batons that the UMBC Alumni Association gave to the university in honor of our 40th anniversary in 2006. The platform party is led by the Grand Marshal, Dr. Ganesh Koru, President of the Faculty Senate and Associate Professor of Information Systems. The Grand Marshal carries the University Mace, a symbol of presidential authority. Used only on formal academic occasions, it is carried in the procession immediately before the President. UMBC's Mace was commissioned by the Alumni Association for UMBC's 20th anniversary in 1986.
the 72nd commencement exercises of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County Graduate School will now be in order. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem, sung by Ms. Isabella Umberger, a senior majoring in vocal performance. Ms. Umberger has performed in numerous productions, both on and off campus, and she's honored to represent the music department. Gentlemen, please remove your hats or caps during the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Isabella. That was a wonderful rendition, and we wish you well in your music career. Now I ask that everyone please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the Vice Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Janet Rutledge.
Good morning. President Hrabowski and distinguished guests. First, I would like to recognize our soloist, Ms. Isabella Umberger. Thank you, Isabella, and we wish you all the best in your future plans. Today, we gather in a time-honored tradition shared across the world in saluting the attainment of the standards of advanced graduate study. This ceremonial tradition of the conferral of master's and doctoral degrees is one that provides a universal currency signifying the highest standard of achievement in the disciplines, subjects, and professions sponsored by UMBC. This is one of life's happiest and most significant milestones for each of today's graduates. It is a milestone not only for those earning degrees, but for all of us here today. For the graduates seated in front of me, it signifies the completion of your master's or doctoral degree and the acceptance of ever new and more challenging horizons for the faculty and staff. For the faculty and staff, this event serves as a capstone for all they have shared with you and brings special joy at seeing your personal success. And for the many families and friends here today, it is a moment in which we can all share, acknowledging the recognition that you, our soon-to-be graduates, so richly deserve. For me and for many others, it is a special moment during which we can witness the fruits of the many labors in our community and take pride in the work that takes place here at UMBC. During the ceremony, those of you receiving degrees will transform from being students to being alumni. Whatever career pathway you choose, you represent the very best of the future. You have embarked on one of the most important journeys of your lives, and we are all very, very proud of you. The degree earned from UMBC reflects significant achievement, often involving substantial personal sacrifice and struggle. For the pursuit of new knowledge and understanding involves growth and change. As we pay tribute to you today, we recognize, too, those who have supported you during your studies at UMBC. We know how much support your families and friends have provided throughout the experience, and it is their day too. We come together also to acknowledge the faculty and staff who have encouraged, mentored, and inspired you to achieve your very best at UMBC. By honoring you, our graduates, we pay tribute to their artful craft of leading you to this day. Please give all of those who have supported you during these important years a round of applause. Nelson Mandela wisely stated, "I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb." Now, this famous quote has taken on many meanings over the years, but on this day, we salute all that you have achieved. And to paraphrase Mandela further, we encourage you to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds you on the top of this great hill, and to look back on the distance you have come to arrive at this day. And like Mandela, you have many more hills to climb, for today we also celebrate the commencement of all you have yet to achieve. Congratulations from all of us. Before we move into the program today, let me first briefly acknowledge some of the people on the platform. Joining us are the deans of our colleges and schools, members of the President's Council, presidents of the campus senates, and presidential award recipients. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Roy Prouty, president of the Graduate Student Association, who completed a master's degree in atmospheric physics from UMBC and is pursuing a second master's degree in computer science on his way to Ph.D. Roy?
I promised a few friends in the crowd and in the audience that I'd be brief. And for those of you that know me from the GSA meetings, you know that this is no small feat, so bear with me. Since these words, these 370 words I counted, are really some of the last things keeping you from all of your diplomas, good morning. I'm so happy that we've all made it here today. And I'm happy to be able to address some of the finest first additions to the graduating class of 2019. For many of you, today is the day that UMBC fulfills its side of the bargain with you. If you work hard enough, and for long enough, and with enough people, you can leave here and enter the world of gainful employment. For others, this is perhaps simply just a big step in the right direction as you continue to excel at UMBC, as many have before you. But for all of you, today is a day of achievement. You should use today to reflect on how you've gotten here and to appreciate those that have helped you get here. And really, just to breathe. You made it. But the work isn't done. We're in a society where decisions are often made with the snap of a finger, with and without infinity stones. And what's been made abundantly clear is that not all of the information involved in these decisions is created equal or deserving of our trust. However, these documents you're about to receive represent mastery and expertise. Use them well. Communicate, advocate, and enrich the world around you. Do your best to convey the impact of your work. Communicate with peers and novices alike. Spark interest in others. Advocate for your work and your passions. And to the best of your ability, aim to enrich the lives and experiences of those around you. All in all, do good things. However, on behalf of the GSA, please know that we are proud of how far you've all gotten, and we're eager to join you all as future UMBC graduates. But because success is never final, we're even more excited to see each of you push through or push forward on the path ahead as you continue to make big breakthroughs, forge new partnerships, and transform lives. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Roy, for your inspiring words and for the collaborative support of the Graduate Student Association. We want to recognize all that the GSA does to support graduate students at UMBC. And now I am pleased to introduce UMBC's Provost and Senior Vice President, Dr. Philip Rouse, who serves as our Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Rouse joined UMBC in 1990. He is a professor in our Department of Physics and has also served as Dean of the College of Natural and Mathematical Sciences. Dr. Rouse.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the entire UMBC community, I would like to offer each of you our congratulations and extend a personal welcome to you, your family, friends, and faculty mentors. We applaud your commitment to the highest forms of learning and scholarship and the hard work that has brought you to this singular and rewarding day. We thank you for the contributions you have made to advancing our mission as a world-class research university, and we recognize your commitment to the most compelling of human pursuits, which is exploration and discovery. Through your individual achievements and actions, you are, in a sense, unfolding the map of human knowledge. Your achievement represents not just your academic accomplishments, but the friendships you formed, the faculty who nurtured you, and the family and friends who supported you and helped you arrive here today. And so I hope you will see your achievement as emerging from within the context of a community that knows you and cares about you. So as you look to the future, I believe that your fulfillment will derive from making the most of whatever talents have been bestowed upon you, and it lies in extending to the furthest limits the resources of your mind and of your heart. And so in conclusion, I would like to leave you with my final salutation, and here it is. May you enjoy a life rich in the knowledge that each day your work and your relationships have truly made a difference. Congratulations.
Thank you, Philip. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Dr. Freeman Hrabowski, President of UMBC. Serving for over 25 years as president, Dr. Hrabowski has brought tremendous energy, vision, and leadership to this institution. He has helped connect the university with individuals, companies, foundations, and agencies that have brought new resources to build and sustain distinctive programs in undergraduate education and graduate education and research. Dr. Hrabowski.
Give our Dean, Dr. Rutledge, a round of applause, please. And my colleagues are tired of my saying it, but we Americans love those British accents. If I could speak like Philip, I could raise so much more money. Indubitably, I really could. Good morning. Good morning again. It is a beautiful day, and we are delighted that you're here. I want to take a moment and welcome you, first of all, to this event center. It's just been in the last year or so that we brought commencements back to campus around year-round, and I want you to appreciate the fact that so many people have worked so that we can have this experience here. This dignified ceremony is very special to our students, their families, the university community. And I hear that future Ph.D. over there. That's good. That's very good. Happening right now. And the fact is that we celebrate today, and we would ask that you remain in the event center until the ceremony closes. It is a way of respecting all of our students. The older I get, the more I realize that there is nothing in our lives more important than our families and our friends. So I want all of the family members and friends to stand, and for the graduates to applaud their villages, their communities. All the family members and friends, stand. Congratulations. As we walk out, you'll hear me saying to family members, congratulations, these are your masters and PhDs too. You've worked hard to support family members in getting to this place. And now I want all of our faculty and staff to stand, and I want the graduates to applaud them for the support that faculty and staff have given to the graduates. Faculty and staff, please stand. And there are several graduates who are members of our own staff. They've worked hard to study and work. If you are a staff member and graduating today, please stand. Let us give you a round of applause. Please, any of the staff members. Congratulations. I'd now like to recognize those students graduating today who are veterans and members of the military, but also in the audience, veterans and members of the military service and anybody else who's public service. Please stand if you're public service. Some of you know I'm always wanting to recognize the significance of our teachers in our society. And so I'm going to ask for all the graduates who are currently teaching or will be teaching in our schools to stand, and any teachers in the audience to stand. All teachers, public school teachers, public and charter school teachers. And now I'd like for all of the UMBC alumni, wherever you are, to stand. If you are an alumnus or alumni of UMBC, stand. Let's see who our alums are. Keep standing, keep standing. And family members of alums, I want you to stand too. Family members of alums and alums, stand up. Family members of alums and alums, all of you, we're very proud of you. Many of today's graduates have received a number of prestigious awards and will be going on to postdoctoral programs. Others will be joining faculties and researchers at outstanding institutions across the country. Others will continue their important work at major companies and agencies here and beyond. And so we are confident that all of our degree recipients will continue to contribute to our society. We're also proud of the UMBC students who have received highly competitive national scholarships. We have a number who have received, a record number who've received the prestigious Fulbright Awards. A number of them are undergraduates, over 10, and then there are several who are grad students. So I know that Jennifer Bowman and Leah Ginty and Michael Shapiro are here today. Please stand wherever you are. Those three, please stand as graduate students, yes. We're going off to other countries. Very impressive. We are inspired by all of you. Each of you has a story, and stories inspire. I challenge you, graduates, to tell your story. And just one story that was told by Michael Hooker, who was my predecessor. He told the story about loving pizza. It's these stories that you remember. You know, if you love pizza, what he said was, what you don't realize is while you're eating one piece, you're thinking about the next piece, right? And he said, take the time to enjoy this slice. And all of you are people who are disciplined and working hard, and now you're thinking, what next, what next? What? Take a moment and enjoy today. This is your time to savor this one slice of pizza. And remember it, because there will be times when times will be tough. Remember this day when you've got your village, your community, your family members, your friends, your faculty around you. And with that said, we are delighted today to have somebody who has a great story. He is the county executive, Johnny O, we call him, but he's Johnny Olszewski, Dr. Johnny Olszewski already, who actually in 2017 was sitting where you're sitting today. He earned his Ph.D. in public policy. Throughout his career as a politician, Johnny has made education and economic development cornerstones of his work. He's had a long career in service to both Baltimore County and the state as a teacher, a public servant, a community volunteer. Following college from Goucher, he returned to his community to teach social studies and special ed at Patapsco High School. Give Patapsco High School a round of applause. This career choice, he said, gave him a deep understanding of the challenges facing education, and he often credits the experience with helping shape who he is as a leader today. You'll hear him always talking about his family and what they did for him also. In 2016, he was elected to the Maryland House of Delegates, and during his time in the Assembly, he championed a number of bills, including the paid sick leave for all Maryland workers. This bill passed in 2017, making Maryland one of only 10 states in the Union where you have paid sick leave with benefits. Give him a big round of applause for that. Johnny is somebody who believes in people, he believes in education, he believes in doing the right thing. I am delighted to introduce our own graduate, County Executive Johnny O. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Hrabowski. You know, Navy SEALs undergo some of the most rigorous military training in the world. Following a thorough vetting process of tens of thousands of applicants, 1,000 recruits make it to training every year. And only 250 actually make it through the program. They are an elite, lean, and efficient group. Turned to when the military wants to tackle some of their most dangerous, most difficult, and most complex challenges in the world. You are now the Navy SEALs of your profession. According to the Census Bureau, only 13% in this country have a master's, professional, or doctorate degree. You are now part of that elite group. Take the moment to be reminded and soak in of just how special of an accomplishment you've obtained, because there are a lot of people counting on you to turn your recent training into action. You may not know what you intend to do next. You might already be doing it. You might not know what lies ahead, but whatever comes next, know that you are equipped with your degree, and know that we need you. We need people like you to be the SEALs in the fields of medicine and health, environmental sustainability, law, engineering, and the arts, and yes, even politics. When I decided to pursue my degree here, I was serving as a delegate in the Maryland State Legislature. At the time, I knew I enjoyed my service in the State General Assembly, and I thought I could apply my lessons from the program to strengthen my professional work. I also clearly wanted to challenge myself. I chose UMBC's top-rated policy program because it was everything I was looking for in a degree, with the added bonus that I didn't have to leave Baltimore County. It didn't hurt that we had a university led by Dr. Hrabowski that was being positively transformed into an academic powerhouse. He also believes in and invests in relationships, and I'm grateful for the relationship that he and I have forged during my time as a student and beyond. I took a few winding turns during my 7 years in the program. I ran for the state Senate after serving 2 terms in the House, and I lost. I spent 6 months doing policy work for Baltimore City with an emphasis on transportation issues. I went to work for the private sector for the first time in my career, connecting state and local governments with software solutions to improve the delivery of services to the residents they serve. And soon after, I happened to be elected the 14th County Executive of Baltimore County. That was pretty cool.
Give him a round of applause for that.
But what I can tell you is in any number of ways in which the degree and training has been relevant to my professional work, how it's made me a better and more effective leader and policymaker, because it has, in real and tangible ways, equipped me for the challenges ahead here in Baltimore County as we serve. Whether it's helping to shape and inform our approach to data-driven government and the standing up of our performance management system with a dissertation on evidence utilization, which comes in handy, or better understanding federal and state budgeting practices so that we can leverage new resources to meet our many challenges. I use my training from UMBC almost every day, and my team knows I love the details. I sweat the details. I'm a proud policy nerd. But UMBC offered so much more than the opportunity to learn and apply skills. The university offers a dynamic network of leaders, change agents, and alumni who are ready to work with you in your work ahead. Baltimore County benefited from Dr. Hrabowski co-chairing the Economic Development and Job Creation Task Force on my transition team, while Dr. Roy Myers, my academic advisor and chair of my dissertation committee, lent his abilities to help chair our government reform and innovation work group. And just a few weeks ago, in a historic and pivotal moment in our state's history, proud alumna and Baltimore County native Adrienne Jones became both the first woman and first African-American elected Speaker of the House. Speaker Jones and I served together in the legislature, and I'm excited to continue our partnership, and I'm proud to be an alumni with her here at UMBC. But one more really important thing happened to me while I was studying here. It was one of the most important events of my life. I became a father. There's something about bringing another person into the world that uniquely challenges and drastically changes the way you see things. For me, it wasn't so much what I saw. In fact, the policy areas of education and economic development that I cared so much about are still my passions. But Daria's arrival changed my perspective in two critical ways. First, she gave me a fierce urgency for the sense of now. She and other kids, for example, deserve better schools right now. Not tomorrow, not 5 years from now, but right now. And she also reminded me to look over the horizon, remembering that the decisions we make and the work that we do impacts the quality of life for Baltimore County residents and beyond, not just today, not just next year, but 40 years from now. While we need great schools and we need them now, we also owe future generations a more sustainable world. So whether you have kids or not, know that the world is counting on you to be that elite strike force in your chosen field. And we need you right now. There are serious challenges and opportunities waiting to be solved. There are people waiting and needing to be helped. And you are the people who now have the tools to go make that necessary. The good news is that you are already well on your way. Just a few examples from some of your peers. One of your fellow graduates, Laura, knew she would be studying sciences when she started her undergraduate degree here at UMBC. But it was her internship at NASA, combined with her experiences as a student athlete, that sparked an interest in biomedical engineering. Her UMBC mentor encouraged her to apply to the chemical engineering Ph.D. program. And during her studies, she researched treatment options for Alzheimer's. Her work has the potential to significantly enhance the treatment options available for people suffering from this disease. Another fellow graduate, Trevor, decided UMBC was the best place to pursue his environmental engineering degree while sitting in an internet cafe in Iraq during a 15-month deployment in the Army. Trevor had the opportunity to explore a number of different interests during his time here, but the one that truly captured his attention was taking environmental contaminants that are affecting the Chesapeake Bay watershed. He's been able to put cutting-edge solutions to work to make our bay healthier. And he'll be working as a hydrologist at the U.S. Geological Survey, located right here in UMBC's Research Park. One other of your fellow graduates came to UMBC with questions about health inequities in Black and African countries. With support from mentors, Anna began to understand that math and economics are valuable vehicles for understanding inequalities. But she also realized that there were very few Black women economists to connect with. So she took matters into her own hands, working with another student to co-create the first conference for Black women economists. The inaugural conference drew more than 80 Black women from across the US and Canada who are studying or who have earned degrees in economics, providing an unprecedented forum for those women to come together. Those students are applying skills learned here at UMBC and making a difference personally and professionally. You are too, or you're about to. You're prepared to tackle the challenges of today and serve as the living embodiment of the famous Margaret Mead quote, being the change in the world that you wish to see. As you're doing that critical work, again, don't forget to take a moment and reflect on all that you've done to get here. Enjoy that slice of pie, Dr. Hrabowski. Tomorrow there's no academic regalia, but there are challenges before you and before all of us. Remember, the degree you have today should remind you to provoke thought and action within your field every time you look upon it. Let it encourage you to take on these challenges with confidence. Be reminded that you are part of an elite team prepared to solve the new problems that don't even exist yet. As a UMBC grad myself, I'm excited to welcome you to the club. As Baltimore County executive, I gotta be a little selfish. I'm excited, I'm here to make a pitch for you to use your new degree to better people's lives right here in Baltimore County. Whether you do that or not though, know how proud I am of you, how proud this university is of you, how proud your family and friends are of you. We're proud of the work you've already done and proud of the work still yet to be done. Soak it in and celebrate. Tomorrow, it's back to work. Congratulations, and go Retrievers.
there's some advice for you who are still looking for jobs. If I were you, I'd write to the county executive, tell him he gave a great speech and you're looking for a job. All right. Some of the family members may appreciate that especially. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Olszewski, County Executive Johnny O. Your remarks inspire us. And what I would say, and all of you will appreciate this, is we always appreciate the human story. Beyond policies and practices, we want to know who is a person, and we know he is such a wonderful human being. Give him another round of applause. We will now move to the part of the program when we begin to confer the Ph.D. and master's degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Dr. Rabowski.
Dr. Rutledge.
Dr. Rabowski, I have the honor of presenting the candidates recommended by the faculty of the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, the highest earned degree for which any university has the power to confer.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority of the state of Maryland, given to the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and by them entrusted to me, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, which you have earned during the course of your studies at the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore. In token whereof, you shall be given a diploma with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Thank you, and please be seated. Today, all of our graduates will receive a special congratulatory memento from the UMBC Alumni Association. Mr. Nate Dismeyer, the president of the Alumni Association Board, will greet you as you return to your seats. And now that you've sat down, will you please rise and come forward with your mentors to the platform to receive your diplomas.
Graduates, in the spirit of health, because I'm feeling a little under the weather, the human story, I'll give you a fist bump. You will thank me later, all right?
Nicole Marie Volker, Geography and Environmental Systems, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Christopher Swan. Dr. Volker used surveys and field manipulations to investigate the relationship between environmental stressor gradients, biodiversity patterns, and ecosystem function in the urban hydroscape to inform conservation and management strategies. She is currently an Oak Ridge Institute of Science and Education Fellow at the United States Environmental Protection Agency. Wendy Galtney, Human Services Psychology, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Linda Dahlquist. Dr. Galtney studied how different forms of distraction can be used to reduce acute pain in children and explored how cognitive abilities and individual differences in mindfulness affect children's sensory and emotional experience of pain. She will join the Pediatric Pain Research Lab at the Oregon Health and Sciences University as a postdoctoral research fellow. Daniel Noblock, Human Services Psychology, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Carlo Di Clemente. Dr. Noblock's research explores the role of positive psychology factors in addiction treatment and recovery that promotes a better quality of life and improved relapse prevention. He looks forward to returning to the Baltimore VA Medical Center next year to complete a postdoctoral fellowship in substance use disorder treatment. Erin Kruger, Human Services Psychology, being hooded by her mentors, Dr. Stephen Pitts and Dr. Jason Schiffman. Dr. Kruger developed and evaluated a student-targeted mental health workshop that successfully decreased stigma and increased positive help-seeking attitudes regarding mental illness in college students. Dr. Kruger is completing her clinical internship working with children with acute and chronic medical conditions at Mount Washington Pediatric Hospital, where she will remain for her postdoctoral fellowship. Antoine Taylor, Human Services Psychology, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Sherry Waldstein. Dr. Taylor investigated how discrimination affects cognitive functioning among African Americans living in Baltimore City. His work informs the prevention of brain diseases that disproportionately affect minorities. After completing his clinical internship at the Boston VA, he will begin his neuropsychology fellowship at MedStar National Rehabilitation Hospital in Washington, D.C. Timothy John Galpin, Public Policy, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Christy Chapin. Dr. Galpin's dissertation explores U.S. financial history. He analyzed the institutional, economic, and policy history of the 1990s repeal of Glass-Steagall to argue that the deregulatory measure had a minimal impact on the 2008 financial crisis. He is the Assistant Director for Programs at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory. Nicole Jennifer Katsikidas, Public Policy, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. John Rennie Short. Dr. Katsikidas analyzed the influence of freight performance measures in urban transportation by interviewing public sector experts and undertaking a rigorous statistical analysis of funding decisions. She is currently a research scientist responsible for freight transportation policy at Texas A&M University. John M. Moeller, Public Policy, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Lauren Edwards. Dr. Moeller proposed a definition of strategic plan implementation and a model of strategic plan implementation comprised of 117 implementation factors divided into 8 categories. He concluded that not all implementation factors were required for implementation to occur. He currently serves as the Deputy Garrison Commander of Fort Meade, Maryland. Iona Irene Johnson, Gerontology, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Leslie Morgan. Dr. Johnson used qualitative research methods, which included in-depth interviews and autophotography, to see how the women in her study, ages 60 to 78, experienced recovery, described self, and defined normal life after a stroke. She is a clinical associate professor at Towson University. Qua Tron, Biological Sciences, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Aaron Green. Using biochemical and molecular biology techniques, Dr. Tron functionally characterized the novel gene expression regulator, SET4, in budding yeast and determined it is important for protecting cells in the presence of environmental stresses. He is currently a postdoctoral fellow at the National Institutes of Health. Alexander James Winton, Chemistry, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Mark Allen. Dr. Winton carried out phage display screening of inorganic particles in order to identify polypeptides, which were subsequently utilized for the tethering and self-assembly of hybrid bioinorganic lithium-ion battery electrodes. He is now a postdoc at the Army Research Laboratory Sensors and Electron Devices Directorate, developing peptide-based biosensors. Zhao Shu Fen, Statistics, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Thomas Matthew. Dr. Feng developed small sample procedures to estimate the intra-class correlation to assess agreement among measurements and to estimate the interaction index for testing drug interaction among drug combinations. She is currently the Associate Director of Biostatistics at Avenir Pharmaceuticals in Irvine, California. Richard Brewster, Physics, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. James Franson. Dr. Brewster investigated the effects of noise and loss in the transmission of quantum information. He developed several methods to reduce the effects of decoherence, thereby improving the performance of quantum systems. He will be continuing his research as a postdoctoral fellow at the University of Maryland, College Park. Hai-Shu Lang, physics, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Matthew Pelton. Using a home-built single particle microscope, Dr. Lang studied interactions between light and materials at the nanometer scale, demonstrating strong interactions between single photons and single electrons in semiconductors, yielding new possibilities for classical and quantum information processing using light. Dr. Lang is currently a seismic imaging analyst at CGG, a global geoscience company. Shaniqua Rochelle Brown, chemical and biochemical engineering, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Govind Rao. Dr. Brown's research focused on the development of optical biosensors capable of non-invasive glucose monitoring. This will allow diabetics to check blood sugar without having to draw blood, thereby reducing pain and suffering. She will pursue a career in biotechnology and global security fields. Laura Simpson, chemical and biochemical engineering, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Jenny B. Leach. Using biophysical tools to study bioengineered models of Alzheimer's disease, Dr. Simpson's novel findings have the potential to vastly improve how drugs to treat Alzheimer's are discovered and tested. She will continue her work in the field of pharmaceutical development. Trevor Patrick Needham, environmental engineering, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Upal Ghosh. Using a novel sampling technique, Dr. Needham quantified the kinetics of polychlorinated biphenol degradation by anaerobic bacteria, which enabled development of predictive models for biological remediation of this toxic compound. He is currently working as a hydrologist at the U.S. Geological Survey in the Maryland-Delaware DC Water Science Center. Kamrul Hassan, computer engineering, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Jemima Slaughter. Dr. Hassan designed and developed a low dropout voltage amplifier circuit that is cascaded with a startup switching regulator circuit to harness electrical power from biological fluids. The prototype circuit generated 3.5 volts to power implantable medical devices. He will join UBeam, a wireless innovations company, to develop a wireless power systems. Karen Buad-Raja, computer science, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Timothy Oates. Dr. Buad-Raja developed methods for programming robot and other agent swarms, such as flocking and schooling, by sketching the desired collective behavior and then inferring programs for individuals that generate the behavior. He will join Infinite Analytics, a search and recommendation startup company. Sudeep Mittal, computer science, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Anupam Joshi. Dr. Mittal created a system that extracts information from open intelligence sources such as blogs, tweets, and the dark web to keep organizations informed about cybersecurity threats. He has accepted a tenure-track assistant professor position at the University of North Carolina in Wilmington. Yi Sun, computer science, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Yun Peng. Dr. Sun developed a theoretical framework and methodology for integrating inconsistent knowledge with Bayesian networks. Her work enables knowledge engineers to update probabilistic knowledge bases with more accurate and more reliable new knowledge in a principled way. She is currently working as a senior operations research analytics developer at UPS. Adam Eli Beckett, electrical engineering, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Chenny Chang. Using compressive sensing, a new signal acquisition concept, Dr. Beckett developed several novel approaches to processing hyperspectral images using compressively sensed bands. He will continue to perform research and development work for the Department of Defense. Bernard Lampe, Electrical Engineering, being hooded by his advisor, Dr. Chenny Chang. Using compressed sensing, Dr. Lampe developed new compressive sensing concepts and properties for hyperspectral imaging to perform target detection and band selection in a compressively sensed sample domain. He will continue as a senior principal researcher for Raytheon Cybersecurity Innovations. Amrita Unam, Information Systems, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Arya Gangopadhyay. To assist in effective emergency responses, Dr. Unam developed methodologies to use social media data in characterizing and analyzing the impacts of natural disasters by using wavelet transforms, a signal processing technology. She will be joining Amazon as a business intelligence engineer in data science. Iyenu Oluwa Odebode, Information Systems, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Arya Gangopadhyay. Dr. Odebode developed a novel machine learning model for multimodal clustering towards identifying possible drug candidates using phosphorylated proteins. He is joining the Air Force Institute of Technology as an Oak Ridge Institute for Science and Education postdoctoral fellow. Fotini Hirdari Argyropoulos, Information Systems, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. George Karabatis. Dr. Argyropoulos created classification machine learning algorithm along with its variants that accurately labels true and false vulnerabilities in software code, leading to significant improvements in the security posture of a software system. She is a software assurance technical lead at the Department of Defense. Erin Kimberly Van Dyke, Information Systems, whose mentor is Dr. Anthony Norcio, who's being hooded by Dr. Gunesh Koru. Dr. Van Dyke surveyed and interviewed nurse leaders at 4 different levels of leadership to assess informatics competencies and develop role-specific competency lists tailored to the expectations and scope of each position. She is currently an evaluator of nursing leadership programs at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. Sadi Habib, Mechanical Engineering, being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Akhtar Khan. Dr. Habib performed a fundamental study on the behavior of a newly developed magnesium alloy and developed a new fracture criterion based on the deformation mechanism. He is seeking a postdoctoral research position in the field of solid mechanics and material science. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts please rise? The MFA is the terminal degree in this field. Dr. Rabowski.
Dr. Rutledge.
Dr. Rabowski, I have the honor of presenting the candidates recommended by the faculty of the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore, for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the state of Maryland, given to the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and by them entrusted to me, I hereby admit you to the degree which you have earned during the course of your studies at the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore. In token whereof, you shall be given a diploma with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts now please proceed with their mentors to the platform to receive their diplomas? Brian O'Neill, Intermedia and Digital Arts, being hooded by his mentor, Professor Lynn Casaban. In his multimedia installation and written thesis, Brian O'Neill examined wilderness, masculinity, and survivalism to explore connections between ingrained American mindsets concerning nature and the current global environmental crisis. He will remain in Baltimore to pursue exhibitions, grants, residency fellowships, and teaching opportunities. Aimee Cheenan, Intermedia and Digital Arts, being hooded by her mentors, Professor Lynn Casaban and Dr. Kathy Odell. Using historical narratives of Okinawa, Japan in English, Japanese, and Uchinaguchi, Aimee Cheenan investigated the kinds of power and language utilized in colonialization. Her work created space for discussions and gave voice back to silenced histories of the colonized. Leah Claire Michaels, Intermedia and Digital Arts, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Kathy Odell. Leah Claire Michaels researched feminist mystical storytelling as a social justice practice focusing on climate change and produced a video sound installation in which she performed as a surfer priestess invoking Melpomene, the Greek muse of sorrow and tragedy, enacting last rite rituals for the ocean and accompanying the sea as she is dying. Nicole Ringel, Intermedia and Digital Arts, being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Timothy Noe. In Remnants, Remainders, Ghosts, and Continuities, Walking a Shimmering Landscape, Nicole Ringel excavated the invisible histories of Holland's Market in Baltimore. She presented 2 investigations, a text, image, and found object art installation, and an augmented reality walking tour of Holland's Market. She plans to exhibit and teach. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Public Policy, Master of Science, and Master in Professional Studies please rise? Dr. Rabowski.
Dr. Rutledge.
Dr. Rabowski, I now have the honor of presenting the candidates recommended by the faculty of the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore, for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Public Policy, Master of Science, and Master in Professional Studies.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the state of Maryland, given to the Board of Regents and the Chancellor of the University System of Maryland, and by them entrusted to me, I hereby admit you to the degree which you have earned during the course of your studies at the University of Maryland Graduate School, Baltimore. In token whereof, you shall be given a diploma with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Thank you, and please be seated. Will the candidates for the master's degree now proceed to the platform to receive their diplomas? Please remain seated until your row has been escorted to the stage. Dr. Jeffrey Halverson, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, will read the names of the Master of Arts, Master of Public Policy, Master of Science, and Master in Professional Studies degree candidates.
Good morning. In the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in the Department of Economics and in the program of Economic Policy Analysis, Jessica Lauren Lincoln. Hunter Shelton. In the Department of Education and in the program of Instructional Systems Development, Edwin Philip McKnight. Chimaobi Waoko Mar. In the program of teaching English for speakers of other languages, Brian Vincent Souders. David William Schmidt. Jennifer Isabel Bowman. Emily Morgan Hernandez. Kirsten Anastasia Thomas. Sierra Unoro. Michael Shapiro. Christina Allen. Bridget Simmons. Alfonso Frele. Valentina Z. Fetty. Eva M. Corey. Kenisha Dione Murrow. In the program of teaching, Michael J. Reeves. Brittany N. Gielhar. Christina Crasias. Joshua Edward Anderson Massey. Carrie A. Doring. Joseph Raymond Skoransky. Brandon Galuska. In the Department of History and in the program of Historical Studies, Kayla Elizabeth Pikoviak. Ma'ayan Rosen. Camilla Sandoval. In the Department of English, in the program of Text, Technologies, and Literature, Marcus Williams Somerville. Julia Rosa Datos. Ernestine Whitehead. Shannon Pierre Jerome. In the Department of Psychology, in the program of Human Services Psychology, Brianna Christine Burns. Shelby Nicole Potter. Pamela Rakshan Rupakhtar. Courtney Eamon Marshall. Okay. In the program of Applied Sociology, Courtney Eamon Marshall. Yelavizaida Schatz. Master of Public Policy in the School of Public Policy and in the program of Public Policy, Andrew Alexander Rhino. Linda Osterman. Mike E. Akama. Grace Catherine De Oro. Rebecca Evelyn Pustowski. Candidates for the degree of Master in Professional Studies in the Department of Geography and Environmental Systems and in the program of Geographic Information Systems, Kelly Mackenzie Verna. Upuli Hewabath Magay. Neftali Chavez. In the Department of Psychology and in the program of Industrial and Organizational Psychology, Brittany Marie Ujandi. Leah Elizabeth Bracey. Tracy Mariah Sims. Kelly Brooks Haley. Cecilia Grace Galtney. Carolina Gutierrez Guajardo. Brandon K. Buckingham. Spencer Haffey. Leah Tamika Lassner. Waynashet Kirkos. Twisha S. Takor. Eric R. Schwartz. Ian Sillers. Nasa Sierra Lawrence. Versi Yolanda Davis. Niti Prashant Ahir. Maria Paula Fonseca. Ia J. Meyer. Stephen Milanes Oliveira. Shawnice Nickens. College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, candidates for the degree of Master of Science in the Department of Emergency Health Services and in the program of Emergency Health Services, Elsie Kuzo. Kara Ray Buckmaster. Wendy S. Prudencio. Sierra Kim. Janelle D. Johnson. Erickson School, candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in the program of Management of Aging Services, Jamunya Japal. George Asseng. Taylor McCarley. Jacob Andrew Brudish. College of Natural and Mathematical Sciences, candidates for the degree of Master of Science in the Department of Biological Sciences and in the program of Applied Molecular Biology, Claire Louise Devine. Lois Jian Kang. Matthew Court. Anna Carolyn Lilly. Ramses Lamont Long. Pak Hei Ing. Jordan Dallas Pardo. Kayla Marie Puglisi. Susanna Rusbarski. In the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, in the program of Chemistry, Melissa Kate Roll. Joseph C. Sparenberg. In the Department of Physics, in the program of Physics, Nathan Mark Myers. Sura Uday Shrengarpure. Candidates for the degree of Master in Professional Studies in the Department of Biological Sciences in the program of Biotechnology, Jean-Marie Bigarindavi. Chanello Amici Ogubuzo. Whitney A. Doherty. Ladara Godbolt. Danielle Staggers. College of Engineering and Information Technology, candidates for the degree of Master of Science in the Department of Chemical, Biochemical, and Environmental Engineering, and in the program of Chemical and Biochemical Engineering, Andres Eduardo Rodriguez Zambrano. In the Department of Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, and in the program of Computer Engineering, Peter Stanley Kowalski. Betul Al-Sabah. Tamid Abtahi. Brian Robert Weber. Palpoon Pong Sufat. Arya Ranjan. In the program of Computer Science, Sabine Raj Tiwari. Joseph Robert Collins. Jeremy Suon. Joseph James O'Malley IV. Ethan David Hine. Rishab Gupta. Anant Vishnu Bhaskar. Kamal Sharan. Akash Shah. Pranav Chutaiwali. Kani Salakshabni Pisupatai. Praka Patki. Naveen Bansal. Eamon El-Zathri. Sushant Sashikant Pagude. Chinmay Kulkarni. Prasad Akmar. Nikhil Kishore Lagwankar. Amruta Deshmukh. Sushmita Manjunatha. Apurva Keshoju. Salmya Ramapatruni. Yasho Deepthi Sampili. Anudeep Nalamaltu. Deepika Rajani. Kanshi Saurabh Parekh. Rashmi Prava Patro. Shrishti Saha. In the program of Electrical Engineering, Fatima Nafisa Chowdhury. In the College of Engineering, Management and Information Technology, and in the program of Engineering Management, Kinachuko Mudilim. Mohanad Hamed Al-Malki. Athman Tayin. Shawnee E. King. Alexina Sandra Amma Branford. Jayshri Pandey. Gitika Suresh, Shweta Basundra, Mohan Ganapathy Raman, Kunal Bendi, Rahul Unakrishnan, Teka A. Farkarson, Biba R. Deb, Obujalu Anthony Ekinga, Vidisha Polaguru Shrikanth, Annapriya Sunu Gatki, Shruti Nagalapuram, Abhishek Masiwal, Eunice Oluwadumilola Ajaye. In the program of Systems Engineering, Mikhail Hill. In the Department of Information Systems and in the program of Human-Centered Computing, our very own person in the grad school, Scott Matthew Phillips. Congratulations. Anupuma Banakurthi, Priyanka Hitesh Soni. In the program of Information Systems, Sarvanan Srinivasan. Harrison Collins. Tristan Alexander Utker. Priyanka Ranade. Ajinkya Garkar. Ernest Cochrane. Bikash Sharma Gayer. Baruch DiCasso Banaro. Brian P. Ray. Erica Leanne Fortune. Erin Rebecca Voigt. Derek T. Wilson. Nathaniel Ebebe. Margaret Williams. Tayon Terrell Thames. Apurva and Arutha Chodhari. Saili Dilip Kale. Niraj Sunil Jakal. Purva Shrivastava. Tejaswini Yella. Rashmi Chatnahali Gangadharia. Sanjana Sachin Pradhan. Siddhi Nimish Shah. Carla R. Chu. Shwa Song. Ye Zhou. Shweta Budihal. Ajinkya Wakale. Pavan Kumar. Deepanjan Bhattacharya. Harsh Varshistha. Sultan Ban Libda. Aditi Sharma. Kunal Odedra. Abhishek Aragawal Padar. Komal Singh. Henanksha Sanyani. Abhishek Varadarajan. Lillian Mami Aiku Ubujaje Nukba. Danielle Alexandra Sharod. Bhupal Kumar Govinda Harajan Harababu. Sumathi Subramani. Hitesh Kumar. Priya Mohandras Manglani. Prerana Reddy. Rashni Yashwanth Gadiyar. Ruchita Parab. Asmita Mukund Ranashinge. Prashant Rana. Pratik Tamakuwala. Isyosa Osaije. Ibrahim Devawa Kutubu. Adibawale Adedoyan. Aishvara Vijay Bafare. In the Department of Mechanical Engineering and in the program of Mechanical Engineering, Joseph Skura. Candidates for the degree of Master in Professional Studies in the Department of Computer Science and Electrical Engineering, and in the program of Cybersecurity, Ajakia Kumar Kesivan. Tian Alicia Chin Jones. Joseph Turman. Ji Zheng. Tyler Velasquez. Adebisi Federera Ojo. Adam Brian Green. Linda Moise. Tolaronjo Idawu Eko. Robert L. Williams. Yared Alamasaged Tarakan. Toby Odonsi. William Hannon. Nicole York Quigley. Sayora Otaboyeva. Maureen Ann Worth. Purva Dublé. Parth Rajesh Gadani. Anna Evelyn Majia. Harry V. Chauhan. In the program of Data Science, Prita B. Govindaraju. Jessica Gronsbell. Sansan Winmang. Shu Yang. Donghua John Kim. In the Department of Information Systems, in the program of Health Information Technology, Zahid Hassan. Aisha R. Patel. Marceli Barbosa de Sousa.
We are almost there. And you've been a great audience. Give yourselves a round of applause for being a great audience. Graduates, as we close, take this moment, enjoy that slice of pizza, and savor this moment. It's a great moment that you can remember in the times when you are challenged. Remember all the family members and faculty around you giving you this love today. It can sustain you in those moments when you're challenged. It has been my tradition to quote the words of our first UMBC president, the late Alvin Kuhn, who spoke to the graduating class in 1970. And these were his words: "If you bring to the future the same personal qualities and personal commitment you brought to this campus as students, good and important things will continue to happen to you and to those around you, and we will be proud to have played a part in your life." And now let me leave you with the thoughts I give the graduating class every year. Be confident, knowing that the education you've received here gives you a solid foundation for the rest of your lives. Know that if you persevere, and we know you will reach your goals, though you're certain to be challenged and tested along the way. But remember that your dreams, and most important, your character, will determine who you will become. Your character will be reflected most clearly in the courage you possess and in your compassion that you show for others. Be true to yourselves, true in your relationships, and always reach out to elevate and to inspire. You are now graduates, officially alumni of UMBC. You will always be connected to us, and we will be to you. This is your home. Give them all a round of applause. Standing ovation for the graduates. Please remain seated. Standing. Please remain standing. Remain standing. I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Nate Dismeyer, a project manager at Link Solutions here at Aberdeen Proving Grounds. He's a member of the Alumni Association. He's been greeting our alums. He's one of the 70,000+ graduates here. Give him a round of applause for Nate, please. At this time, as you remain standing and joining our graduates in the singing of the alma mater, you can find the words on the back of the commencement program. Please, no one move until we finish the singing of the alma mater out of respect for the university and for the graduates. And most important, savor this day. It's a good day. Give everybody a round of applause. After the alma mater, Dr. Kura will tell us congratulations and we will leave. The alma mater.
Will everyone please remain standing until the platform party, faculty, staff, and graduates have recessed. Families and friends are asked to meet the graduates outside of the event center. Congratulations to you all and enjoy the day.